Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode. Just wanted to show you, this is my lipstick plant, and that one's my Hoya Carnosa. And this is a cutting from it that I had put in water, and it has established a lot of roots, like look at that. So now I can plant it with that one in the new pot. Hello, everybody. I just wanted to show you those plants first before we get into it. I also have another one, my ZZ plant. If you know ZZ plants, what they do is they fill in a pot like a snake plant. You have tons and tons of branches coming out of the soil. It keeps popping up another one. It grows taller, 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 and then it opens, all the leaves start growing on it. So, as I don't know if you remember, but my ZZ plant has gotten huge. I think I've had it for 2 years, and it like grew probably like 10 times the size than the one I bought. I think it's 2 years because I didn't buy it during COVID, I don't think. Maybe 3, but I doubt it. But anyways, so what happened is because the pot is so full of roots and all these branches are coming up, it fills in the pot, and then sometimes one will come up, but it kind of keels over because there's not enough room for it to grow straight up like all the others. So I had one that kept keeling, and I turned the pot around. It would lean on the wall. And then, you know, I like to rotate my pots because then it gets equal sun all around and it fills in equally. Well, there was kind of a bald spot, so I turned it, and then that thing came down again. And so the only thing I could do, because I can't leave it always so it's leaning on the wall, because then you'll have bald spots. So because it was leaning so far, I kind of tugged at it and it came out. And I'm like, oh, okay. Now, let's see if I can root it. Well, I did. Here it is. I don't know if you can see the whole thing. Here's my ZZ. This is one that came out of the mother plant. And you can tell by the size, compared to me, like it is just a few inches from me. And look how big it is. And here's the pot. Like that bush, they say maximum 3 feet. Well, I wouldn't be surprised if mine's going beyond 3 feet. But I did have it in a flower pot, and it did make some roots. It was a bald stem. Can you see that? It was a bald stem that I had put in water. So now it has its 2 main ones, and then off of the main one, there's a whole bunch of little ones coming off of it. I don't know, can you see that? So this is my ZZ plant. So I want to plant it because I feel like that's enough roots. But how do you plant something that's this tall? If I put soil in here, because it has a waistline, you won't be able to take it back out. And I don't have a pot that's skinny and tall. So what I was thinking, okay, I'm going to put it back over here so it doesn't fall over. What I was thinking of doing is getting a plant pot like this one. It's maybe 6 inches. It's a lot of root space, but it will fill it in quick. But by the looks of that one, it will fill in quick. And then to hold it upright so it doesn't keel over, I was thinking of using these bamboo sticks like that. Whoop. Don't go in the hole. There, like that. Maybe even cross it in the middle. And then attach it to that. Now, if I just did one, well, if the plant's going that way, this can go too, because the soil is movable, right? So I was thinking I could maybe get away with two, but then again, it might not work. I may have to go with 3 sticks. So make it like a teepee, and then have it attached to, because the teepee would then, like, it won't go that way because this is supporting it. It won't go that way because this one's supporting it. And with a third one, do you know what I mean? But how else am I going to plant it? So I don't know. But that's an idea. If you have any ideas, because I'm not going to plant it today, I am going to keep it here to plant it. But until I'm comfortable with a method, I'm not going to do that one today. So if you have any ideas on what I can do, all I can think of is the teepee. 6-inch deep pot will be enough for the roots, but really you need something that's, you know, like 4-inch diameter, but it's like 12 inches tall. And I don't have anything like that. That, you know what I mean, that will, like even this, like look how tall this one is, right? It's a pretty tall flower vase. And even that, look, it's kind of tippy. Like, so that's why I was thinking of the support. But I don't know. I'm almost thinking of using a huge pot. I do have a big ceramic one. And then put a whole bunch of rocks on the bottom for weight. And then put the soil on top. But this won't be all the way down to the bottom unless I put rocks on top of the soil. Because I do have one that's like this big and is about 12 inches deep. But that's a lot of empty earth space for the roots, which they'll fill in pretty quick. 6 months, it'll probably be pretty close to full, but I don't know. Anyways, there you go. A question for you guys. Let me know what you would do in a situation like that. All right, so now we're going to repot this stuff. My watering can. Oh, it's empty. I have to grab the other one. Now, I did have the soil in here with water. I think I set it up on Thursday. And then Thursday we went for a surf and turf buffet dinner at the casino. One of my daughters invited us and her partner, her fiance. And so I had this already and I thought, oh, maybe Friday I'll do the video. Well, then Friday I decided to chill. And Saturday I was babysitting the grandkids. And then yesterday I had to catch up on house cleaning and my laundry. So, you know, it just, one thing leads to another. And I'm sure there was some other, oh yeah, my girlfriend I hadn't spoken to in like 3-4 weeks. She called. And yeah, there's just always stuff going on. So anyways, this is no longer soft, like moist. I had made it moist. It's all dried out now. So time to make it moist again. Whoops. This one's only halfway. We'll use this one. Okay, I'm going to do this one also. And we're just going to pour water in it. Probably like a cup's worth. And then just mix it around. Normally I do this and then I let it sit like for, I don't know, an hour, half hour, you know, get distracted with something else. And then check it again. And if it's not moist, like I said before, I buy those big bags of soil. And so once you open it, if you don't use the whole thing, the soil will dry out. So you have to re-moisten it so that when you use it in a plant pot, the plant is going to have some nice moist soil. It becomes more absorbent, the soil, because it's now absorbing moisture. So then you just keep it moist after this. Don't do like I do as I say, because like both of those are bone dry. But in the summer, that's what happens in this house. My plants suffer because I'm busy outside. And of course, you go on camping trips, you go, you know, you go all over the place visiting. So, how is this? Is this still moist? Kind of moist. All right. Because I need it to be moist to top it up. Okay, we're good. Yes, I could have done this beforehand, but I figured then you see what I do, my process. All right, so now we're going to take, this is going to be a hard one. Maybe I should have done it on the corner. Okay, so we got to take these hangers off. Okay, so, what is that? There's some fluff on it. Now, mine, it's heavier on one side than the other. Like my pot actually sits at a slight angle like that. Not as much as I'm showing you, but a slight bit. And that's because this one vine on this side has a cluster of leaves. Every, about 5 inches? There's like a cluster of leaves. And because of that, this one is really heavy. Now, it does have another one off of the same, it looks like it's the same vine. And then there's 2 more. This one's a shorty. I had snipped it off because this side was so heavy that this was like really crooked. So I ended up starting to snip them so they can't become a long vine. But instead of doing that, what I'm going to do is this little clipping. There is an opening. See, I even made this vine go that way so that there's not more weight on this side. So somehow I want to plant that one. Yeah, because I can't really, unless I can put it in here somewhere. Because you want this side, I want this side heavier than this side because this is already heavy. So maybe I can put it right in here. Right on this side. Once it's in here. So first we got to transplant it. Now the height difference is only about 1 inch. So have 1 inch worth on the bottom. And then we're just going to move this right over. I don't know how. This is going to be a real heavy job. You just do your best. If you end up breaking some, put them in water. Right? All right. Try and squeeze the pot. Oh, it is plastic. This one's going to be so pot bound. It's like, where do you grab? Oh, I can hear the cracking. I don't know if you can hear it on the camera. Listen. Yeah, it is really packed in. Okay, so now the two biggest vine is this one and this one. I'm going to try and grab a hold of those two and lift it out. Oh, no, it's not even coming out. All right, this is the heavy part. The rest is not as bad. Oh, the roots are really packed in. I don't know how to get it out. You're supposed to turn it upside down and tap the bottom, but how when you have so much of a vine? Like this part is, okay, let's move this guy out of the way. Okay. Got it. All right, so now we're just gonna plop it right in. Hopefully it'll go. All right, that part's done. Now we gotta make sure any broken leaves, at this point, I'm just going to leave them right in there. Just like in the garden, it will decompose. All right. Nothing on the floor, so I haven't damaged any of the vines yet. I only broke one leaf off. Okay. The reason why I'm doing this is here we go, on there. I won't be repotting it again after this, I tell ya. Too much work. Oh, and when they shoot their branch out, this is what happens. I don't know if you can see it on the camera. They shoot out just a vine like this. And then what happens is it has clusters. There will be another cluster here. There's one here. There's one here. And then you have all these bumps on it too. So this is how it's going to grow its leaves. I think this is going to be a flower, and then these bumps are leaves. I'm not sure though. I can watch it and let you know. But this is what happens. It first shoots out a vine. And when it shoots out the vine, it goes upwards. So what I do is I intertwine it with other vines that already have leaves on it, just to keep it down. You don't have to. You can just leave it be. There we go. All right, so now I wanted to add that baby in here, and I'm thinking I might be better off doing it at this point, because if I do it at this point, what'll happen is I can actually move this soil down. Actually, I'm going to do that all around. Just whatever soil is loose on top. boy, this is so packed full of roots. And you know what? The flat surface might be a little high too. But anyways, what I was gonna say is then I can make a spot here, and then I can put this one right in here, because then it creates another vine. I'm just trying to push it down. It creates another vine for this side to offset the weight of that side. All right, so now this is too small. I need a lot of soil. We're just gonna, I'm gonna start with this side so that I can get it somewhat rooted in. Now what you can do, and sometimes I do, is if I can have access to the middle, I will put a bunch of soil in the middle and then I'll push it towards the sides. And then that way, there. The roots might be a little low on this one that I just rooted, but it doesn't matter. It'll do what it wants to anyways. Oh yeah, it needs a lot more soil. Now I have to remember also there's holes on the rim for its hanger, which means you don't want it to be too high, because those holes for the ringer, if I can find one here, this hole, if you water the top and this earth level is higher than the hole, then it'll come out the hole. I didn't think of that. I was so concerned about, I should have just put it in the pot and then just put the soil around it. It's going to be too high now. The only thing I don't know. What I've done up to now has not damaged any of my plants, so. Oh, I didn't even think of those holes. Okay, I'm gonna have to just tuck soil down the side. Yeah, I should have done it straight in the pot, because that 1 inch would have been perfect for the holes. Now this pot is like 2 inches wider, but this one, the hanger is on the lip, so I could go right up to the lip. This one I can't. Darn it. Okay, well, we're just gonna keep adding soil. If I end up losing some, that's okay. Remember, plants want to survive, right? They have survival instinct, just like we do. So if it doesn't like something, it will adapt. Well, as long as it's a healthy plant, and this is a big, healthy plant. Even if I lost half the plant, it would be fine. All right, so now let's tuck it down the sides. Oh, I'm so upset I forgot that. I wasn't thinking. So what I'm gonna have to do, like I said, is just not top it with any soil. Just have it like an inch from the rim around the outside, so that when I water it, it's gonna have this, this sort of like, oh, I don't know what you call it. It's not irrigation, but you know, it's going to be lower on the edges, so all the water will run to that lower point, is what I'm trying to say. So I just got to make sure that the soil around the outside is not too high, so that there's room for the water to go. And the plant will always adjust. Like if it has roots exposed and it doesn't like it, it will go deeper in the soil. And what I'll do is I'll wait for a couple of waterings, and then I will check it out, see if it needs more soil or not. So at that point, we can check and see how it's doing. Worst scenario, it won't be happy. It's going to start dying, and I'm going to have to pull it out, get rid of the soil on the bottom, which I doubt. I've never had to before. I'm just saying, you know, if it's really unhappy. I have done it before, but usually it's at this stage. I don't usually just let it be. But I am going to this time. You know, sometimes you want to fuss and sometimes you just want to get her done. All right, so on this side, it looks about a ½ inch lower. Over here, there's a spot that's like an inch. So I'm just going to put a little bit more. There. And then once you water it, it's going to go down too, right? Now I did hang the hangers over here just because I didn't know where to put it. All right, so now we got to find the holes. Oh, right there. No, you're not supposed to hang on the vine. No. There we go. Okay, next one is over here somewhere. Here. Now this one does have 3 chains, whereas that one only had 3. So maybe that's going to help keep it more level, and it won't be so unbalanced like it was with the 3. I'm hoping. That's all we can do is hope. Now this one should be around here somewhere, right there. There. All right, so am I happy the way the vines are being split? This one. And then, oh, this one has 2 vines. This is the heavy one. Well, no choice. This is going to be the heavy side. This one is now away. When I hang it up, I'll fix it. But I can't make that go over. On this side, got a vine there. We got a vine there. We got, these were all cut. Oh, that's okay. It's this one here. Because that one is this one. You see what I mean? There's a bunch of leaves here. Oh, you can't see that well. Yeah, well, you know what? Hold on. Put that down. Wipe my feet because it's full of soil here on the floor. You poor thing. You can't even see what I'm doing. Well, that's not very good recording. All right. So, I don't know what I was going to say now. So here's a vine, and here's a vine. Oh, this side here. These have all been cut. There's a couple. Oh, there is one. Nope, that's the other side. Oh, yeah, there's one here. As long as it doesn't break, it should grow. And here's another one that might. No, I cut that one. Anyways, only time will tell. You know what? Actually, there's too much on that side. I'm going to move this one over to this side. And this one too. Move it over to this side. And leave that over there. So those two are there. On this side, there's a whole bunch. On this side, actually, this one I'm going to have go also on that side. You know, where is it? Right there. Okay. So these two are together. And then here is where that new growth is. Oh, and part of it's on this side. Considering there is some new growth on this side, I'm going to leave that. Okay, so there you go. We planted the new one. Oh, wait, we planted the new one, didn't we? Oh, my God. That's going to turn into another vine. You know what? I'm going to move this one over. There, because this one's going to become another vine. All right, there we go. So now, wish me luck. Oh, my back's already hurting. And then I will water it. Oh, actually, I can water it a little bit now. And that way, if there's any leakage of the water, it will be on this plastic. There is definitely roots showing on the top, so it will have to reestablish itself, but that's okay. All right. Now I'm going to take this part off the table and take this off the table. All right, I will be right back. I am going to grab this. Oh, oh my God, it's heavy. I don't want to break it. Oh. You know what? I got the ladder on the wrong side of the window. Hold on. I'm going to pause you and I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. If you have a big hanging plant like that, definitely get somebody to help you. That was really hard on my back. Yeah, so if you can, get some help when you've got a big plant. Anyways, we are now going to move on to the lipstick plant, which is this one. It has beautiful red cone shape, not cone shape, but like tubers of flowers. Like it's like the burgundy shell, and then out from the middle of this burgundy kind of shell comes a red part, and it's lacy edge, it's skinny and long. Anyways, I'm sure I have it on one of my older videos, like the houseplant videos. When I did any video with the picture of the window, you'll see it. And this thing, if you take proper care, it will bloom year round. Now, I don't know if you can see, are the lower leaves, are they like that? Hold on. Yeah, that one is. Okay, do you see this leaf here? I'm going to assume that you can. And then this one is not as bad. This one does not have the wrinkle at all. That's what it's supposed to look like. When it starts getting these indents in the leaf, like it's a sign that it's not enough water. Also, mine tend to go yellow when there's not enough water. The green color is not as vibrant. It starts going yellow. And I do have some yellowing on some of the leaves. And that's because if you look here, it is completely bone dry. The only moisture this plant is getting is what it can suck out of the air. And that's if this variety can. I think all plants do to a point. Some are better at it than others. But yeah, so if I would leave this one would start dying. But it has happened before where I went away and I forgot to douse it with water before I left. And when I came back, it was bone dry like this. And all you do is you water it, wait 3 days, water it again. And then once it's been like, let's say 2 to 4 weeks where you've given it a proper amount of water, this one you can even spray it one or two times. Basically, you want to make sure that it has absorbed the moisture. Check the leaves if the wrinkles are still there. Any leaves that are yellow, just let them fall off. I usually just shake the branch, and then whatever wants to fall will fall. Yeah, and then once you've done that, 2 to 4 weeks, then I would give it just a very mild amount of fertilizer or worm castings. I'll probably do worm castings because winter is coming, so you don't want to give it a bunch of nutrients, right? We already did that in the spring. So here in the fall, it's like a very diluted amount. And just like because it's been dried out, it hasn't been properly taken care of, which is me, you know, working in the garden. I forget about this. So, see, here is one of the flowers. This one is dried out. But you see how it's a burgundy base? And then the upper part looks dark red, but when it first comes, it's like an orangey red. And then it has the centers that poke out. This is a lipstick flower. This, yeah, and here's another one. See, it has that burgundy base. And then it has the upper part. It looks like a bloody red or like a brown red. Maybe even rust. I don't know what it looks like on the camera. But this is actually an orangey red. It's a very vibrant red. And this is burgundy. And then you have the little flowers. These petals come backwards. There's only 4 petals or 5. And then from the center, you've got the little tentacles with the little white balls on it. So it goes from burgundy to red to white. I think it's white. I'm not sure. They are really beautiful. This is one of my favorite. Out of all the flowering, it's this one. And then I also have the Easter and Thanksgiving lily. The reason why I call it that, They say there's an Easter variety, the Thanksgiving variety, and I have the Thanksgiving variety, but it also blooms in the spring. It's like when the days are short. So in the winter, the days are really short, it won't bloom. But then it starts getting longer, it'll bloom. And then in the summer, the days are too long. And then in the fall, the days start getting shorter. So then it'll bloom again. So spring and fall, this one blooms. But or not this one, the Easter cactus I have up in the window, which I'll show you all at the end. So I guess I should be saying enough talking, let's get this done. Which we all know how I love to talk. Talk, talk, talk. Always more to say. Especially since I don't know what you guys know and what you don't know. So I like to say as much as I can think of. And then hopefully you're all happy and your answers are questioned, or your questions are answered. Duh. Before you even ask it. All right, so now I've got the 4 sections. Well, there's actually 5, but anyways. So squeeze, squeeze. Is it coming up? Oh, this side is. Oh yeah, it's coming up. Okay. So now I'm gonna lift this over here. This side has a bigger opening. Sorry, you're gonna see the back end. It's just this side, there's more space. I'll pick it up from this. Oh my God, really? See, this one, there's too many vines and there's none that are really strong. So it makes it really hard to lift it. Oh. Okay, so now I gotta move stuff away because we don't want it to be where the holes are. Remember, we had that issue with the other one. So. All right, I think that's good. So now all the dry soil, bone dry, will go down the side. I'll put this one on top because we don't waste. We're going to add nutrients at some point anyways, and who knows, this might still have nutrients in it. Okay, and here we go again. Oh, I lost a branch. What do we do when we accidentally break off a branch? We stick it in water. And then you can always share it with a family member or a friend. Right? Oh, let's see how far this takes us before we put more. And just with your fingers like that, you just push down. But don't push too hard, because otherwise, because the bottom of the pot's curved, if you go like this too hard, it's going to go under the root ball. And you don't want that, because then the root ball lifts and then it's too high up. So do not pack it down. You want it packed in, but not so much packed in that you end up moving the root ball. Okay, add a little bit more. And again, hopefully, when you water it, it will even out the soil. You know what? I don't have any soil going down here. Because you want a trench. That's the word I was looking for. A trench around the outside so that the water has somewhere to go. And then over time, you can always top it up with more soil if you feel it needs it. But when you first do it, there, all the loose soil is down in the trench. So you want about a 1/2 inch trench, right? Because then we don't have to worry about those holes on the side. Okay, so I feel like here it needs more soil. Oh, look at this. Cool. It comes, can you see? Yeah, you can see. Okay. From here, it goes around and it went back in the soil over here. It's just a loop-de-loop. I don't know if you can see that. Somehow it got into the soil on that side. This side should have been out here growing, but somehow it got in the soil. Huh. Well, wait. No, that's supposed to go in there. I have to make sure there's enough. Now that can go down that way because there's a bit of a deeper trench there, a little bit more. I know this shouldn't take this long. And that's why sometimes I don't record things, is because I get in the zone and I just get her done. But then you guys miss out and I want to share it with you guys. Maybe, like I said, I don't know what you know or what you want to learn about. So unless, I know, really all I can do is share what I do. And then hopefully that'll help you out. Okay, I'm going to put one more clump, just like that. Okay, that's it. Oh, let's do the hanger. Oh, the other hanger is on this side. Oh, don't want to lose the crystal ball. All right, so now we got to find where the holes are. Okay, there's a hole here. Now this goes with that vine, and this goes with this vine. Now it is going to be split up because the hole's right here in the middle. So this should go that way. And then this one will go this hole. Okay, the next one is that one. Now we got to find the other hole. Okay, so, yeah, we're going to keep that the way it is. And the next one is that one. This one. Where's the hole there? Okay, so this one will go there. Okay, so now how do I, you know what, I want to leave that on that side. Because here you got this one, here you got that, and that, and that. I'm trying to make it so it's somewhat symmetrical. Okay, we're going to leave it like that. Now, if you look, oh, what happened here? I twisted it. How did that happen? I got thumbs, all thumbs. Okay. There. Yeah, so I do 1, 2, 3, 4, and then wherever you start, you go 1, 2, 3, 4. And that way, these are straight. Actually, this one, oh, I keep getting soil in my face. This one actually is less tangled than the other one. The other one's more tangled. But anyways, see all this bald spot here? Don't worry about it. If you're giving it nutrients and you're taking proper care of it, it will shoot up babies from in here, right? And then you'll have more vines. The fact that I'm giving it a bigger pot so it has more room, it's gonna already grow better. Like, it's gonna be healthier. It's gonna hold more water. It's gonna, like, it's gonna be good. And you know what? It's actually a lot of room until the hole. So I definitely, see now I can always top up the top. It's fine. I'd rather top up the top than have too much on the bottom and then it's too high up. Okay, so I am going to pause the video, go hang this up, and then I'll be back to show you the window. All right, and there you go. It is 6 o'clock at night, which means with the west facing window, the sun is in that window. So it's gonna glare a bit in the camera. But right, where's my hand? Okay, this one here is the lipstick plant. And then this one over here is Hoya Carnosa. And you can see the branches are more spread out because the pot is wider. These branches are now more spread out, right? There's like a hollow center, which is good for airflow. It's also giving their roots more room to hold nutrients. That Hoya Carnosa, I don't know if you ever noticed on my past videos. Oh, there starts another flower. It's just long and then spiky. That's going to be a flower. Oh, there's a whole bunch here. Oh my God, I'm getting a whole bunch of flowers. Well, maybe not now. But anyways, I don't know if you noticed, but a lot of these have been clipped. This one is dried out. This one's been, oh no, this one I haven't clipped. Or if I did, it's starting to come back. Oh, that's another flower. Because the Hoya Carnosa I think in nature it grows on trees and it can grow to the floor. It can like be lying on the floor. This is a very tall vine. If you have 13-foot ceilings, this would be perfect. It would just fill it right in. Or even like 12-foot, 11-foot ceilings. But I have a tendency to cut it because I do have this table and I have all my aloe here. And I want my aloe to have its own space, right? You don't want this growing all the way down and then taking up this big area and then the lipstick plant taking that area and then it's all squished in. I want more aloe. And so in order to do that, I need these to be a certain height. Before I had others. I had the jade up here and this would keep banging the jade. So I purposely cut it to this length. Whatever the lipstick plant is, that's what this is. That is the level. So if this ever gets longer, that will be the level. My spider, well, I've got lots of babies and I have had requests for the babies, including the airplane plant, which is the same as a spider. It's just all green. If you can see it there. This one has some babies too. A whole bunch of babies. Lots of them. And I've had requests for this one too. The person that requested this one, Scott's sister, she already has the other one if I'm not mistaken. So that's why she probably wants the green one. And she's the one that gave me the Hoya Carnosa. So she's not going to want that one. But yeah, so that's why she asked for this one because she doesn't have it. And then my girlfriend wants the spider because it is pet friendly and they have a cat and a dog. The spider plant is pet friendly. And yes, I still got to do that one. I'm dreading the day I got to do that one. That one up there. I am dreading it. But maybe I'll do that one and the ZZ stem on the same video. That's good. That one's going to be hard. Look how it goes all the way over. You see that? All the way to the corner there. You can see it coming down right there. It's coming down soon it's going to reach that light. And then it goes all the way around. Whoops, sorry, that was my foot. Let me move you over this way. And there's more room. All right, so, no, up. So yeah, you got the two the two pothos, and then it goes all the way around. Nana's garden, and my two butterflies. The purple blue one I actually bought for my granddaughter. And they bought me the pink and purple one. And then she ended up giving me that one because it didn't go in her bedroom. And they bought me the Nana's garden. So I have them up there. It's my winter garden, so why not? Anyways, so that's everything for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. And there we go. I hope you enjoyed the video. And remember, do what makes you happy and everything else will fall into place. And please like, subscribe, and comment down below. And I hope you have a wonderful day, rest of the day. And I will talk to you soon. All right, take care, everybody. Bye for now.